Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 4, Review and Recap. The villa reaches a boiling point. By the time Love Island USA Season 7 hit its fourth episode, the villa was already bubbling with jealousy, heartbreak, and enough insecurities to make anyone question their place in the game. Episode 4 pushed everything to a new level. The drama wasn't just about couples anymore. It became about trust, honesty, and survival inside the villa's high-pressure environment. Secrets were revealed, boundaries were tested, and two bold new bombshells stormed in, throwing the delicate balance into chaos. This wasn't just another day in paradise. This was the episode where alliances cracked wide open, tears hit the fire pit, and strategies began to expose themselves. Let's dive into the breakdown of this messy, dramatic, and unforgettable chapter of Season 7. Triangle, Bella, Nick, and Sierra. While Huda struggled with her secret, Bella and Nick sparked a fresh fire in the villa. Sitting by the fire pit, Bella laughed at everything Nick said, tilting her head and giggling like she couldn't help herself. Sierra, watching closely, wasn't impressed. For Sierra, Bella was stepping into dangerous territory, and Nick wasn't exactly shutting it down. Sierra's insecurities began to surface in a way viewers hadn't seen before. She compared herself to Bella, admitting she felt overshadowed because Bella had only ever been with one person, while Sierra had a much higher body count. Instead of standing tall in her truth, she let the comparison eat at her, planting seeds of doubt in her own relationship. Later, Sierra pulled Nick aside and poured her heart out. She admitted she missed him constantly, but also confessed she worried she liked him more than he liked her. Nick reassured her with vague words, but his confession revealed the truth. He was torn. He claimed he was leaning 70-30 towards Sierra, but when Bella kissed him during the challenge later, that balance shifted to a dangerous 50-50. Nick wasn't a man in love. He was a man enjoying the chase, and Sierra was quickly learning she might not be enough to hold his full attention. Charlie's struggles, the breakfast complaints. Meanwhile, Charlie spiraled into self-pity. He complained that the women weren't giving him a chance because he wasn't like typical American guys. But Alandria wasn't buying it. She bluntly told him he needed to do more to impress the women. Something as simple as making breakfast could go a long way. Charlie's problem wasn't his personality, it was his passivity. While the other men hustled, flirted, and made bold moves, Charlie waited for affection to fall into his lap. It was becoming clear, if he didn't change his approach, he'd be walking out of the villa sooner rather than later. The Getting to Fourth Base Challenge. Every Love Island season has its wild group challenges, and Episode 4 delivered one of the messiest yet. The Islanders were tasked with a Getting to Fourth Base game that involved condiments, lap dances, and passionate kisses. The highlights were as shocking as they were entertaining. Ace kissed Huda, sending Jeremiah into silent discomfort. Alandria danced on Charlie before planting a confident kiss on Ace. Sierra kissed both Taylor and Nick, leaving Bella fuming. Bella finally stepped up, kissing Charlie, Taylor, and Ace, before passionately locking lips with Nick in a moment that shook the villa. The challenge was messy fun, but its aftermath revealed deeper truths. Sierra and Bella's rivalry intensified, Jeremiah's insecurities about Ace grew, and the women began to view Charlie differently. Not necessarily better, but differently. And just when everyone thought the challenge was over, the real twist arrived. Two new bombshells walked into the villa. The arrival of Hannah and Amaya. Hannah from Arizona and Amaya from New York City strutted into the villa with confidence dripping off them. Hannah announced she was ready to stomp on toes, while Amaya declared she would bring her claws out if necessary. Their arrival sent shockwaves through the group, but it was their choices during the challenge that really stirred the pot. Hannah picked Nick, planting a bold kiss that immediately put Sierra on edge. Amaya shocked everyone by choosing Jeremiah, kissing him passionately while Huda sat nearby, visibly seething. Huda's response was instant and explosive. She threw up middle fingers, ranted about Amaya being messy, and later cried in the confessional about how disrespectful the move was. But here's the reality. Amaya was simply playing the game. She saw an opportunity and took it, and Jeremiah, though uncomfortable, didn't exactly shut it down. Fallout, tensions at the villa. After the challenge, the villa descended into chaos. The women rallied around Huda, comforting her as she sobbed about Amaya's bold move. She kept repeating the phrase, "Do I know her? Number. Do I like her? Number. She's messy. Ella for you." Shelley tried to calm her, reminding her that this was part of the game. But Huda wasn't having it. She insisted she and Jeremiah were seen as the mom and dad of the villa, a claim no one else in the group seemed to agree with. Her constant need for validation exposed the cracks in her connection with Jeremiah. Meanwhile, Amaya defended her decision. She claimed Jeremiah had given her signals and insisted that unless he told her otherwise, she planned to go after him. Ace encouraged her, laughing and cheering as she stirred the pot. Hannah, on the other hand, wasn't impressed by Austin's awkward flirting. She admitted he wasn't her type, and it quickly became clear she had her eyes on Nick instead. This added another layer of stress for Sierra, who was already on edge after Bella's kiss. Jeremiah, a man of two faces. One of the most telling parts of the episode was Jeremiah's reaction to the drama. In front of Huda, he played the role of supportive partner, telling her not to worry about Amaya. But in private confessionals, he admitted her revelation about having a child was weighing heavily on him. This duplicity made viewers question his intentions. Was Jeremiah genuinely invested in Huda, or was he simply biding his time, enjoying the safety of their couple's status, while secretly keeping his options open? The fact that he didn't shut Amaya down more firmly only added to the suspicion. Nick, the confused player. Nick's love triangle became a square the moment Hannah entered the villa. Already torn between Sierra and Bella, his attraction to Hannah left him looking overwhelmed. The other guys teased him relentlessly, but it was obvious he was enjoying the attention. For Nick, this wasn't about finding love. It was about keeping his options open and feeding his ego. Sierra's insecurities, Bella's persistence, and Hannah's boldness guaranteed he would remain the center of attention for at least a few more episodes. Cracks, chaos, and confusion. Episode 4 of Love Island US. Season 7 proved why the show remains a masterclass in reality TV drama. Every storyline felt like it was reaching a breaking point. Huda and Jeremiah looked strong on the surface, but his doubts about her child and her insecurities about Amaya threatened to unravel everything. Nick, Bella, and Sierra were trapped in a triangle of jealousy, passion, and uncertainty, with Hannah now making it a square. Charlie continued to fade into the background, unable to impress despite his complaints. Ace thrived in chaos, stirring drama and flirting his way into new possibilities. The bombshells Hannah and Amaya showed they weren't afraid to step on toes, instantly putting themselves at the center of the action. Episode 4 wasn't just entertaining, it was pivotal. The villa's fragile peace had been shattered, and every islander now faced a choice: fight for their place or risk being left behind. And that wraps up the recap and review of Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 4. What do you think? Should Jeremiah have been more honest with Huda about his doubts? Is Nick truly interested in Sierra, or is he just enjoying the attention from Bella and Hannah? And is Amaya messy, or simply the bold bombshell this villa desperately needed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more daily recaps, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the drama. Trust me, if Episode 4 is anything to go by, this season is only going to get wilder.